Dr. Pringle, from your point of view, you can put it into some sort of perspective for us as the immense task which is facing those who are searching.
That's right, and Paul's given a good example of some of the challenges already. I could add a little bit to that, I guess, because don't forget, we don't know where the sub is. This French development is really exciting. The US Coast Guard just released a graphic of the search patterns that they've been doing so far to try and find this. And of course, you've got a massive water depth, so that's one issue. Obviously, currents moving potentially if this is not able to travel under its own steam. So that's one big issue. The second issue, of course, if it is on the bottom of the ocean floor is not flat. It's very rugged, more rugged than above sea level. It might be in a submarine canyon or something hard to find, or it might be in the Titanic debris field itself, which covers quite a large area, and then you're trying to find a small sub versus with trying to work out where it is compared to all the other material that's down there. So those are big issues, and as we say, the oxygen is time critical today.
Yeah. When people say it's like looking for a needle in a haystack, how far-fetched is that, or how accurate is that analogy?
Yeah, I mean, that's a good one, Eamon. It's more like a mine in a minefield, because you're trying to differentiate one thing from lots of other things, I guess, that it could be down there. And then if you do find it, of course, as Paul's already mentioned, if it is entangled in some material, you've got to untangle it and get it to the surface and get those bolts out as well. So it is a big search. I'm trying to think of some similar cases in the past. There was a submarine, the San Juan, in 2017, the Argentinian one, where banging noises were heard, but weren't in the end were thought not to come from the actual submarine. So that was one issue. And obviously the Emiliana Sala case with a crashed aircraft in the English Channel a few years ago. But again, that's a much shallower sea level, and it was a lot easier to find. So this is a really challenging search.
Given the criticisms that have started to be levelled, indeed, from the family of some of those inside the submersible, that the reaction's been too slow of the operator to raise the alarm, there have also been criticisms about whether it was properly regulated, the condition of the vessel. Given your expertise, would you have been happy to have gone down in the Titan?
So I'm not a submarine expert, and I certainly there's for whatever reason they've gone down as a tourist trip. I don't want to speculate on that, but certainly it's a really hard, challenging area to go to, even if you're an experienced researcher and submariner, I think, as your colleagues have said. So a tough place to visit, if not recover from.
Doctor, would you be surprised if the sub was found?
I mean, everyone's hopeful, and as US Coast Guard have said, they will keep searching. And as Paul's mentioned, the oxygen could last longer than an estimate. I mean, it is only an estimate. There could be there's a retired French diver, I think, on there, so he'll know exactly what to do and how to help his colleagues who are with him. But the golden hours of survival is the first 24, from everything from earthquake disasters to everything else. So the longer the time frame, the lower the chances. So it does happen. You see, fishing vessels that have gone down, and after 2 or 3 days, they actually find a survivor who's in a pocket of air. So it is possible, and it has happened in the past. But certainly from this depth, its hope is not high, shall we say?